Hey everyone, welcome back to Retro Rehab. I just wanted to do a quick video today for you on something that I was thinking might be able to help a few of you out. Sometimes when you're working on electronics, there comes a time when you need to remove a solder mount device or SMD from a PCB. Some examples of this would be a HDMI port or a microprocessor that's on the chip. This can be a little difficult if you don't have access to a hot air station. So I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to get that off without access to the hot air station. In order to do this, you're just going to need a couple of things. The first thing you're going to need is this low melting point solder. I found this on Amazon for under $10. I'll link it in the description. The other thing you're going to need is a soldering iron. So hopefully you have access to that. And let's get into it and I'll show you how to do this. All right, so first off, let's try to remove this USB port. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this flux that came with the kit. Okay, I don't think we need too much. So basically that flux covers the mounting pins and the communication pins on the USB port. Those are all the things that we're going to need to undo in order to get this off. All right, so now I'm going to come in with the solder. I'm just going to apply a little solder here. We don't have to get too much in there, but I'm just going to apply a little right now to kind of get some in there. Get some on this pad here as well. Get it all on these pins. All right. And I want to get it under here too. Get some under here. I'm just really going to flood it. And you want to keep going until it kind of just releases on its own. I'm not going to go too crazy with it until I start to see it move. Just going to kind of gradually heat it. So I think I have enough on there. I'm just going to kind of gradually heat until I see it start to move around. Looks like I might need a little more over on this side. Let's go ahead and add some here. And I'm just going to heat it gradually until I start to see movement coming out of it. Starting to see a little bit of movement there. Don't want to force it though. No one said this was easy. I'm going to add a little bit more. See if that helps the situation. It's definitely loose. I wonder if something's holding it down on here. It's getting really loose now. You can see it's ready. It's getting ready to come off. There it goes. All right. Go ahead and just push that off to the side. So as you can see here, I've got a big mess now. So what I'm going to do to clean this up is I'm going to take some of this flux that came with it. I'm actually just going to place it on top of there like that. And I'm going to use some of this solder wick that I've got. I'm just going to put it in there like that. And I am going to just do this with it. And as you can see, it is going to go flowing up this solder wick. Now I used a heck of a lot of this, so there's probably a lot to get rid of in here. I'm gonna have to repeat that a couple times to clear out those holes, so let's just do that. And on this one, I'm actually going to repeat it a third time. Just keep going until solder stops wicking up. And I think that looks pretty good. Do the back side of the board a little bit here. Make sure, we really want to make sure that these holes are open so that when you go to install whatever you're going to put in here next, there's not a little bit of solder in the hole preventing you from doing that. And there's still a tiny bit in this hole. Let's go ahead and try that. Get that out of there. Oh, there we go. That one's out. There is one last little bit in this hole that I'm having a heck of a time getting out of there. There it is. Excellent. All right, you can see that those are all cleaned out. All right, let's try one other chip here. We've got this SMD right here. You can see it's got these pretty broad legs. I wouldn't try this on something that's got too many tiny legs without a lot of kind of surface area. A lot of this, the volume and the surface area here is what makes this technique work. If the pins are too small, it just won't be able to heat up long enough or stay hot long enough for the chip to come off. So let's go ahead and give this one a shot. Let's come here, put a bit there, put a bit of this here. Go ahead and start adding this to that side, add some on this side. And you can see this chip's already ready to come off. And it's off. All right, so that concludes this tutorial on how to get SMDs off of a printed circuit board without a hot air station. Hopefully that helped some of you out. If it did, do me a favor, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.